Hello, hello. I'd like to talk about Murder Zone 3, an entry to the Game Breakers Toolkit Jam number 6. I could talk about the pathos, ethos. What does that mean anyway? Hey, Google, define pathos.
Here's the definition of pathos: a quality that evokes pity or sadness.
Well, there you go. That's the perfect word to describe a GBTK entry. I've been participating in GBTK since the beginning. I was kind of introduced to Adrian when when he started the Branching Corpses jam. I think he just stumbled into the Discord server and was wondering if any libgdx people wanted to make a game. He had no idea what libgdx was about, but thankfully libgdx has an HTML output, so you don't have to be a Java user to play the games. Since then I've been targeting HTML for all my jam games, and that's been pretty effective. I mean, you look at the submissions here, right? You have to think half of these are viruses. So if it's an HTML game, I guess it's safe to play. You might hurt your ears or some shit, but if you go in knowing that these are purposefully shitty games, then well, by golly, I guess you'll be okay. So my focus is usually UI. If you look at my games, let's just take a peek here really quick. Let's see, like Maelstrom, right? All you're doing is clicking stuff. And that's kind of my MO. But Hard R, that one was actually a platformer, so that was a little different for me. This one was straight up UI only. So this time around, I wanted to take a different tact. Murder Zone 3. I'm still playing the whole game of, well, look at this awesome game, very violent. Don't you want to play? And then it's just a spoof. You don't actually get to play the game. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for anybody. I'm recording this assuming that you've played the game or that you can't be arsed to play it at all and you'd rather watch someone else play it. I'll start off with a commentary first, and maybe I'll try to do a speed run later. I don't know. Okay, so Murder Zone 3. Let's see what this is all about. Dismiss. I don't give a shit. You know, Itch is kind of a sucky website. I much rather release on Game Jolt. It's a much cleaner page, a lot more control, a lot more click through. Actually, with people on that site, this is just like a wasteland of shitty games. Even though most people make games legitimately, hoping that people will play it, no one's gonna play your goddamn game. There's too many little games out there. You really have to put in a lot of time. And what are you doing on Itch? If you're making games for a profit, for example, this is not the place to do it. You might make a couple bucks at the most from someone who's like generous, but you're not gonna make a ton of money. This is for fun. You should be making games for fun. I digress. Okay, so a game made for GBTK 6 Jam with the theme "Oh no, I'm stuck." My idea is that you are stuck in infinite loading screens. As a matter of fact, my wife, she was dealing with this the other day. She is trying to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 on the on Epic Games, and like first you gotta update the game, and then you have to install like DirectX or some shit. I don't know. Like they make you do that for every single game for some reason. I know there's a technical reason to that, or a legal reason, I guess, but it's bullshit. You have to sit through a bunch of loading screens and hope for the best, right? Anyway, the game is played with the mouse. It also works on mobile. Make sure to play in landscape. So yeah, this is the first time I really wanted to focus on having mobile support, and it was pretty effective, I think. LibGDX has a bunch of quirks. HTML has a bunch of quirks. As a matter of fact, I'm playing in Firefox right now. That's my preferred browser. Don't get me into that subject. There's reasons why I use Firefox. Okay, I'll get into it. So, I don't always do surveys. I do surveys when I'm like between projects. What I mean is, there's a website called Mechanical Turk, and you can do surveys on that website to make extra cash. And I do that to like buy like fancy shit. Got a new microphone or whatever. Um, I don't have to. I mean, I get paid enough for my job, my day job. Oh man, but yeah, this is something I do, and if you use the Chrome browser, it doesn't work as well as Firefox for the way I do surveys. And just I find Firefox more configurable. So that's what I use, and that's what I target when I make games. But to be honest, Firefox is kind of shitty in game support. The frame rate is going to be lower. There's quirks too, like if you hold Control and right click, you're going to get a context menu no matter what. Like you could block a context menu in Chrome, but you can't block Control right click on Firefox for some reason. So that means like if you're trying to do a roll and like do your secondary attack, and imagine in like a first person shooter game, it's going to pop up a fucking menu right in your game. So it's not ideal, but for the types of games that I make, it doesn't fucking matter. I just, whatever. So Firefox is okay in my book. They just need to get some of that shit in order. This is why you came here, for the tangents. Okay, you're not coming here just to see me play a game. I haven't even opened it up yet. We're talking about the pathos. Remember, something that evokes sadness. That's what this is all about. Uh, uh, this was a collaborative game made possible by the following excellent individuals. Oh, okay. So, yeah, if you're not aware, I kind of made a shit post in Reddit, in the I Need a Team subreddit. Um, yeah, I basically said, if you're a shitty artist, come join my team. Professionals need not apply. And what I was trying to achieve there is I wanted it to make it accessible to people who don't want to take game design seriously, because I certainly don't. This is just for fun, right? I'm not trying to break into like the games industry. This isn't my big break. I don't have these lofty ideas about making tons of money while having fun. Um, Making games is stressful. Making successful games is a depressing, uh, very depressing like goal. Okay, so if you're really serious about doing that, about making games professionally, be ready to work long hours. This doesn't matter if you're working AAA or working like in the indie market. Be prepared to work long hours without pay. And you release your game and no one plays it. And as a matter of fact, you only get one review, and that review is super negative. Just be prepared for that. So, if you're prepared for that and you actually get positive reviews, actually make some success, you're bound to be happy. But if you set the bar so high, like you're going to be the next Minecraft, look, I'm sorry to break it to you. I hate to be the one, but this is me speaking honestly to you. You are not the next Notch. Notch, whatever you want to say about him. Okay, yeah, he's a crazy dude. He's supposedly smart or whatever. He's lucky. That's what happened to him. He's lucky. He could be just your average game developer like you or me, right? Making shitty games. But he just got lucky with this one product and he ran with it. And he's a billionaire now or whatever. That's not going to happen to you. Certainly not with your shitty game ideas. Everyone has a game idea. It's a matter of being able to execute it. So have fun with it first, okay? If you want to make money, get a real job, okay? That's my perspective, at least. This is supposed to be fun, and that was the point of my Reddit post, to get people on my team who want to have some fun. And I think I had like more than 20 people respond to me in one way or another. It's just most of those people, okay, did not submit anything to me. All I wanted was one shitty picture from every single person, and that would have been fine. It could have been on anything, really. It didn't have to be on the specific subject of my game. It didn't have to be on the subject of the theme at all. It didn't even have to be about the games. It could have just been anything. Open up Paint, draw me a star, and then submit it into my Discord server, and I'd have done something with it. But that's fine. I still felt the support. So thank you for everyone who's joined me in one way or another in the server. I really appreciate the support. But we do have our official artists here, and I was really, really happy with what I got. So Ben Bolt, Tanuki Wish, James Bear, Arian Jape, Dragon Queen, that's my wife, Shrek Chungus. They really chunked out some horrible / great artwork. Yeah, I'll try to point out everything. I hope I remembered everyone's names. Yeah, I might need to think on that when I go through the games, but yeah, I should have taken notes ahead of time. Anyway, yeah, great artwork, and that kind of guided what the games are about. But I didn't even ask for this, okay? But we had some exceptional artists, or musicians, I should say, join the game. And oh boy, this was supposed to be a bad game, okay? And these guys made like some of the best music I've ever featured in my games, period. Yeah, excuse the parts that are intentionally bad. Like they start off like a really good song, and then there's a high pitched part, just to give it that edge, But yeah, Jake Stevens, kudos to you, Anu Man, and James. Yeah, I didn't even know he makes music, and oh boy, he really made a real knee slapper there. That was great. So here I'm going ahead and giving a shout out to all the people that gave me game ideas. So like I was saying, a lot of the artwork was directing the gameplay, the game flow. So thank you all for that. And also I reached out to Tommy Ettinger, yeah, on the LibGDX Discord. He's a math guy, okay? So I got some math questions. I'll point those out during the game. But yeah, that is the team. Team. I was looking for aggressive expansion of the team. Yeah, okay, let's run the shame. Every GBTK entry I call a shame. That's a setting in Edit Games. Okay, play. So yeah, this is your default loading screen. I can't get rid of that. I just put my logo. This is my typical loading screen. If you play any of my games, it has that bar, but usually it leads to click here to play the game or something. The reason for that is that you have to interact with an HTML5 page before you start playing sounds. If I start playing a sound right now, it won't work. So you have to have some reason to click the game. And I just put a splash screen here, but now, right, I'm spoofing my own games. I'm saying, oh, there's an asset error. You got to click to reload. Okay, what does that mean? You click it, and then you get another load screen. This one is actually fake now, so it's not really loading anything. It's just, yeah, reticulating splines. That's a line from pretty much the first Sims game, I think. Yeah, like I just have fond memories of playing The Sims, and yeah, all these little phrases while you're loading the game. I thought that was pretty cool, so I want to play homage to that. Homage, whatever. And then I kind of get a little graphic with the words here, like nipping buds. Anyway, yeah, please excuse our mess while we tidy up. So like whenever you download something, right, they also have to clean up the temporary files. Most players at this point would be starting to get the idea that, yeah, this isn't a real load screen. And then bam! So kudos to Shrek Chungus. I think that was your name. Oh God, I need notes. Okay, so he created all these ads and he submitted them as GIFs. So that was kind of fun, converting those GIFs to something I could actually use. But hey, I didn't specify what kind of file format. I just rolled with it, right? So I had to go in Photoshop and separate all the frames out. There's an automatic way to do that. Put them in a texture packer. But yeah, I think my original idea was to just click and then keep going. But I had to add some challenge to it. So I made it, you have to click really fast to proceed. Otherwise, this will just slow down. So the player is going to know at this point, okay, this isn't serious. Now I'm downloading game assets. Oh, what bullshit. I have to click through all the fucking ads. Intense, really. These are legitimately funny. Like, I kind of did joke ads in the in the Windows XP game I made, or whatever I called it. But it's nice to have someone else's humor besides my own. And yeah, I see a theme of monkeys, apes, Shrek. It's hilarious. Okay, let's get through the screen. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. So much for a speed run. Yeah, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll be tired by that time. I don't know. There we go. Okay, smart people trivia. So, smart people. My wife started off with some images that kind of inspired me to make this section. Okay, so we're loading menu. Okay, click to begin. And, okay, this is one of Tet's, like, contributions. Yeah, I'm losing my words here. So, what is the multiplicative inverse of 6 modular 666? That has no meaning to me, really. I'm not a math guy. I don't know what it means, but he assures me that there's no actual answer to this. It's basically none of the above. So you click on it. Oh, wrong. Oh, it's all wrong. There's no way to win. Can you find the triangle? This is my wife's picture, Dragon Queen. Well, duh. This is the picture you click on. Is this a trick? I don't know. When I first saw this picture initially, I cracked up. Like I legitimately rolled in my seat, laughing. I just thought it was funny. It's like, oh, here comes in the music. It's starting to sound like shit. So yeah, it sounded good at first, and then you find something's wrong with it. It's playing back on itself over and over, and yeah, what a great song. Okay, so yeah, you just click. It is a trick question, yeah. Another math question that doesn't have an answer. Can you find the circle? Oh gosh, this is such a hard question. Does it have to be this circle? What does it mean? No, you just click the picture. Ah, great content. Who discovered calculus? Okay, so no matter how you answer this question, you're wrong. I think there's some sort of historical reason for this. If you pick Newton, it tells you it's Leibniz, I don't know. And if you choose this one, it tells you Newton. So either way, you're wrong, basically. I'm sure if I looked that up, there might be a reason. Maybe 2 people created calculus at the same time. Amazing. I didn't pay attention in class. Certainly not math class. Certainly not math history class. Okay, where is the blackbird? Where is it? Well, if you just click anywhere, ta-da! It was the blackbird the entire time. Thank you so much, James. This was a great trivia game, so to speak. Puzzle game. When was the load screen game patented? So that's my whole purpose of this game, was to highlight load screen games. Okay, so like it was a big controversy before. There's a company out there that trademarked or patented the load screen. No one else was allowed to make a load screen game in their game for a long period of time, and certainly during the period of time where it was really important, like dial-up internet and whatever, flash games. You would want to play a game while you're waiting for the assets to download for your big game, and this one company had control over that for some fucking reason. The whole idea of software patents is bullshit. And this is my way to kind of call that out here. Um, like, if you could patent that, why can't you patent the progress bar or the rectangle while we're at it? You know, it's fucking stupid. Like, there isn't anything special about the load screen game. As a matter of fact, people have been making load screen games well before it was patented. So it wasn't novel. It wasn't like a useful patent. It's just a fucking company making money. So hooray for corporate greed. Congratulations, you've broken software development for me, and I'm just livid. Okay, so can you find the rectangle? And there's no rectangle in here. So I guess you click here. You just click anywhere and it proceeds. That's just how it works. And here's the final trivia question. Yeah, Tet was getting philosophical by the end. So he calls out my character Zebra and my friend Panda. And this is kind of reminiscent of that famous logical question. One's always a liar, the other always tells the truth. Like, how do you solve that one? No, there's no greater purpose to this question. You lose no matter what. Alright. Can you find the heart? And then the whole thing's red, so you can't really see the hearts. Oh, hilarious. There you go. So, we put a loading progress bar of sorts on this screen because before it would just go straight into the menu and you couldn't appreciate the shittiness of the song halfway through. So it's kind of buying for time right now. Like, oh yeah, this is a great song. I'm getting hyped. I see the video. Yeah, this is gonna be an action game. Let's fucking play this shit. Yeah, really hardcore. I'm definitely gonna contract out some music from this guy. He could make like some incredible music, and it'll be very fitting to my my long-term game that I. Yeah, there it goes. Like, ah, my ears. Oh no. So. Murder Zone 3, this is a continuation of Murder Zone 2, which is something I did a similar theme to. Basically, there's like a video menu of my zebra character, and he's looking really intimidating, and it's setting up for like this epic first-person shooter experience. And then when you play it, it's just like a demonstration on fucking loot crates and stuff. So, yeah, there was never a Murder Zone 1. That was kind of a joke too. But yeah, this is like a shout out to Call of Duty 3. And anyway, you can click any of these menu options. It's all the same. Game is not installed. Download game files. So let's talk about my art style here. Usually I have clean edges, right? But I just took my my drawing tablet and drew some crazy lines and try to fit this into Scene 2D. And oh god, does it look terrible. But it also looks charming in a way, and that's kind of what my my whole style now is with Game Jam art is a hand-drawn sort of thing. So like this font here, you see this font, I created all these fonts and I'll be continuing to use them. They're all hand-drawn, inspired by other fonts I've seen online, but I think it makes my games look a little unique. So, okay, you click OK. Oh no, what is this shit? Oh, my head. This is Bear's game design contribution. Okay, so he said something about the dragon making the balloon elevator something. That's Flappy Bird to me. So I just made a Flappy Bird clone, and it's kind of unfair, but I figure most of my players are Flappy Bird experts, and we're able to get through this game pretty easily. I mean, I've played a ton of Flappy Bird. Developing this game was pretty easy. I've made Flappy Bird games before. Basically, you have a character and you have some obstacles and you add a little gravity to your character. As long as it feels right, that's it. It's pretty easy to make a Flappy Bird clone. Well, it's not easy being the first one to make a Flappy Bird game, okay? So, yeah, it's so easy to follow trends, to try to copy the success of other people, but my advice to you, just make whatever kind of games you want. Make a lot of games. You might stumble onto an idea that's actually unique, actually novel. Run with that if you want to make a successful game. Or not even successful, just a fun game. Make something interesting to you. Okay, spend your time on that. But jams are a good way to explore those different ideas. Um, Iteration is key. Making a ton of games and see what sticks. So another advert by Shrek. That was great. Murder Zone 3 setup program. Blah blah blah. Exit all other programs. I've never listened to that. Like every single setup program has told me to exit all other programs. Why? Are you afraid that they're using up all the memory or something? Well, I guess it's trying to cover their own asses if something's using up all the memory or the processing speed, it might screw up the setup and they don't want to be responsible for that. It's not like you're going to fucking support me if there was an issue. It's just not going to work and it's up to me to figure it out anyway. Um Summer sales, I don't know. I wanted to talk about those bullshit games that you could potentially buy from Steam on discount, quote unquote, but you never play them. Like I hardly ever play games nowadays. But my Steam catalog is like so huge, like tons of games I'm not even interested in. But my son plays them, so I guess it has some value. But yeah, Humble Bundle, summer sales. I got a ton of games through that, and um, yeah, it's kind of a waste. Epic Games does the free game every week. That's cool, but it's all about making money in one way or another. Someone's making a buck off of those free games. However you want to cut it. Click cancel to quit setup and go on with your miserable life. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, you can't click on cancel. It just switches to next. That's a gag from one of my other games. That's kind of a callback, so to speak. Yeah, that was actually my first GBTK game. Like you're supposed to click the play button, and it's always trying to avoid you. So you'll kind of see that theme throughout. Yeah, that's what I use GBTK for, to make funny UI games and to make fun of the games industry because people take this shit too seriously. All right, so here's your typical EULA, end user license agreement. I think even most of my players have skipped this too, just out of like we're trained to not even pay attention to these license agreements, and like right here, I have sole proprietorship over your soul. Yeah, a lot of companies in the past have put stuff into their EULAs as like a Easter egg. So that's what I was trying to do here, because no one really pays attention to these. As a matter of fact, I don't think they're legally enforceable either. It's just to cover their ass somehow, the company's ass. So if someone tries to make some frivolous lawsuit about their software screwing up their computer, they're going to be like, hey, you agreed to this bullshit we talked about before. But none of this is enforceable. The cops aren't going to break down your door to, like, catch you up on not agreeing to these terms. Anyway, I accept. So I left a space here for another graphic, just in case someone would give me a last minute submission, but that didn't happen. It's okay. This was a suggestion from somebody, like there's an option to pay more for better graphics. I didn't really get to implement that, but I tried my best, guys. I tried my best to incorporate every idea that I could. And yeah, well, this is the result. This radio button kind of looks like an eye. That was a weird thing. Okay, usefulness of loot is a subjective experience. Yeah, that's how they get you. Installing. Long load screen, and it hangs at the very end, just like every load screen you've ever seen. And this is James' game idea, so we're trying to load the menu again after we downloaded the installer. Yeah, from the beginning, I told everybody that I wanted to do a mini game on asteroids or Space Invaders, and like James was like, "Okay, give me a couple hours. I'll be right back." Like, oh, that's ominous. So basically, he went to the beach and he fucking drew all this shit in the sand, and I cropped it out. Oh, it's hilarious. And he took a picture of a rock he found at the beach. Man, this was spectacular. As a matter of fact, it actually looks too good, to be honest with you. Yeah, like, man, this is a great aesthetic. And look at that title. You might not notice there's actually a seam right here, because he couldn't fit the entire thing in one picture without the perspective distorting. But oh yeah, it's such a great game. And yeah, this is all click controlled, so it's not your typical asteroids game. It's kind of more difficult because you can't strafe very easily without also running into your targets. Yeah, I don't make easy games, okay? It has to be difficult in some way. This is actually some of my easier gameplay. I've made incredibly difficult games that only I could beat, pretty much. Well, I'm surprised actually other people can beat them. But a couple of LibGDX Jam games back, I made a game so hard that even I couldn't beat it, and I was like, oh, fuck this shit. Like I didn't even sign off of the Jam review properly. I was just so pissed off, you know. So yeah, we're back at the menu again. Like, oh great, we're stuck in an endless loop. That's to the theme as well. But yeah, this time I wasn't cruel. I didn't make you wait through a progress bar again. You just go straight to the menu so you could proceed. Click. Video driver is not installed. Again, this is something that my wife actually had to go through while I was making this game. She's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, why do I have to download so much shit? Well, yeah, that's PC gaming for you, okay, guys? Nvidia, basically. Yeah, Nvidia is top of their game. Okay, so another game design submission. This was supposed to be um, a shout out to Breaking Bad, I guess. So these are drugs. Click to get the drugs. Um, yeah, I struggled with this one. For some reason, there's like a bug here. I don't know. If you hit the top in a certain way, you end up outside. And I can't reproduce that right now. I think I kind of fixed the bug. There's a bug in JBump, and it's been bugging me for a long time. If you hit objects in a certain direction, you kind of like fall through it. I don't know. The math is really difficult. I'm trying my best to understand it. I'll make a fix someday, but I'm just too busy for all this bullshit. You know, maybe I should quit my job and just do game design perpetually for the rest of my life. Maybe people will appreciate that. But anyway, if you get stuck outside, then the progress bar just gradually increases. Hopefully you don't run into too many bugs like that. I certainly don't want any of our streamers to get caught in something and you can't see the rest of the games. Alone with the yeah, these were his directions to me, I guess. I didn't know what to do with this, so I just I just took a screenshot of it and put it in the screen like a cinematic. This is Arian Japes' contribution, I think it was, Archer on the Discord. Okay, so we click. And then this is the gang, you know, enjoying a giant aroma lapum. I don't know what that is. Filled with drugas, las dragas. Yeah, I'm not big into the whole drug scene, so I don't know what all this is. But it's a funny little paint picture, so kudos, thank you for that. Okay, here's our NVIDIA screen. It took some time to draw this UI. All my animations are done in Spine, so that's what you see right here. Yeah, we have a few contributions. I think this was Tanuki Wish's contribution. I forget. I really should have taken notes. I know James drew this one. This was pretty funny. Crypto Miner. That's the whole controversy with the graphics cards. And Shrek, of course, made this one. Definitive 100-year live game experience. I was thinking about making this picture more sexual, like zooming in on the boob, but I don't know. I thought that was a little too tacky. So I just zoomed in on the eye to be random. Okay, the buttons here don't really do anything. It'll download. You're supposed to download. And it's not your typical download. It's doing the bounce animation. Boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Happy little accident with that. So, yeah, I basically recalled all the stupid marketing stuff that they put in the NVIDIA installer and spoof that. Like, by paying more, you become a better player. Like FPS wins games or something. That's all bullshit. Like at a certain point, it doesn't matter what your frames per second is. You're just a good player or you're a bad player. Anti-crypto technology. So like they're trying to do this whole like anti-crypto thing to ensure that people can play games or whatever. Like actually buy hardware, but there's a global shortage, you must know, and it's all marketing bullshit. It's not really helping the situation. Yeah, all the scalpers bought out all the graphics cards anyway, so it's a tough situation in the industry right now, in the hardware market. All right, so enter the highest number. Highest number. I guess this was a pun by Bear, and Like he told me, go ahead and put a janky keypad in there to enter the highest number. So I ran with that idea. The buttons don't actually do what they're supposed to do. So like if you listen, concatenate a 0. Concatenate a 0. +1. Okay, +1. Oh, this isn't normal. Multiply by 2. Multiply 3. Add 15. Subtract 1. Add 10. Subtract 5. Backspace. Reset. So you could win this one with just a couple keys. So like 80, if you submit that, it's too low. Okay, let's add some zeros to it. Too high. Think about the highest number. It's a pun. You need to enter 420. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Add a 0. 1, 2, 420. Get it? I guess that's the speedrun version of it. I also made it if you submit like 100 times, you can still get through that progress bar. That's for the people that don't get the joke or can't figure out the keypad. Yeah, again, I didn't want anyone to be stuck in one area necessarily. I didn't want to be too cruel because the whole idea is to get through the whole experience, so to speak. Okay, so back at the menu, we're gonna click again. Oh, Windows Update, that always screws us up. So like you're ready to play a game, and then Windows Update is like, oh, we need to install this right away. It's so fucking important. Like, son of a bitch. And I'm forgetting the name already. Alright, fuck. I'm just going to go here. Like I can't do this. Okay, so yeah, this song is by James, and this game design idea, the artwork is from Ben Bolt. There we go. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay, eat the donut while you wait. So he told me that he wanted a donut that gets angry as you click it, as the player clicks it. So again, this is kind of like the Marvel method of game design. Like the writer tells the artist, or in this case the programmer, what they want the game to be like. And then the programmer kind of adds his own ideas to it. So you click on it. Okay, that's simple enough. But now it runs away from you too as it starts to get angry. So that was the thing here, to give it some challenge, so to speak. And as you click, it gets faster. It runs away from you faster. I did consider making it so that the donut wraps around the other side here, but that would have been too difficult. At this point, players have been playing this game for too long already. They're waiting for the end of the game, basically. So this is the last mini game. Yeah, but there's more gags to come. Yeah, on mobile, this part's a little easier because, of course, it can't track where your finger is when it's raised up. So it just gets stuck in the corner really easy. Alright, here we're adding some vibration. But yeah, markedly more difficult on desktop. Certainly if you have a large desktop. I'm very sorry for all of our 4K users. I don't even know if this game looks right. Oh, look at the angry graphic. Ah, hilarious. Yeah, I'm not even sure if my stuff works properly on 4K screens, because I don't have one, and I really don't see the point of owning one besides using it to test my software. And that's not a great reason to buy a 4K screen. If I don't plan on viewing 4K content, what's the point, right? But my users do care about that stuff occasionally. Like Skin Composer, I get complaints about it looking like shit on 4K screens. I don't know what to tell you guys. I try my best, but basically my approach to life is a jam game. I hardly have time for anything. So you're lucky that I have time to begin with. My focus is so spread out. Like, as a matter of fact, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to start doing artwork for the next libgdx jam, because I just have to make a good trailer, you know, and the next one's gonna be animated, and I'm not a great animator. So, alright, let me focus so I could beat this fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Alright, he's getting super angry now. Super angry. Come on, you motherfucker. You fucker. There we go. And then, like, you could keep on clicking the donut, but that doesn't do anything. You have to click the do not open box. And then you get Chomper chomping the little bit out of the donut. So, you're all familiar with the Windows Update screen. Pretty striking appearance. Yeah, I considered making this even longer, but even in my own testing, I was getting kind of stressed out. So I made it go fairly quick. I didn't want people to shut off the game early, okay? I wanted everyone to have a chance to see the credit screen at least. Like, how long have we been recording? 51 minutes. I don't expect a normal person to play this game for 51 minutes. Certainly not talking about tangents like this, but we're close to the end, guys. I promise you. I hope you've been enjoying yourselves, because I think talking about the game is more fun than playing the game, to be honest. I don't know. This whole thing is a parody. I think one of my reviews pointed that out. Oh, look, it's getting stuck on 99%. Why can't they fucking figure that out? Stretch it out so that it seems like one smooth flow. But no, it gets stuck on 99% all the time. Okay, Windows. Hi, we've got some updates for your PC. This might take several minutes. Don't turn off your PC. These updates help protect you in an online world. Again, more marketing bullshit. We also installed this thing without your consent. I don't know what the fucking story is behind this. Why did they do this? Like, did they think people would enjoy adverts on their fucking taskbar? Stupid. Okay, so you go through all that, and then it goes back to the initial load screen and the error. Hopefully players have the sense to just give it one more go before they fully quit, right? You click, and then you get the same loading screen like, oh great, I'm stuck in an endless loop. I'm doomed to do this forever, right? But no, this is actually the credits screen. I was really struggling with, like, how am I going to do a credit screen without breaking the flow? And well, this is it. Instead of getting the reticulating splines, you get all the credits. So kudos to all of these fantastic people. I really appreciate your contributions. And I was really impressed with the music, everybody. Yeah, it was too good for this jam. We don't deserve you. Thank you. And all the game ideas, that was a lot of fun. It certainly wouldn't have been a game without those contributions. It would have just been me talking at people about bullshit. And thank you to everyone who joined the server, everyone who's made comments on the Reddit page, even though it was a shit post, supposedly. I was trying to do something, you know, to make game design fun for people who don't want to stress out about this sort of stuff. Okay, you know, you take it too seriously, it loses its novelty. Okay. Well, that's it. Let's try to get out of here. No, back button, that'll do. Okay, so that's it for Murder Zone. Thank you for joining me. I'll be putting this up on the YouTubes. What's next? I'm going to release a video on macros. So that's not specific to my libgdx peeps. I think everyone can enjoy that. But right after that, I'm going straight into the trailer for libgdx 17 or whatever it is now. Oh God, I do not know how to manage my work fun life. I just go from strength to strength constantly until I burn out completely, and then I disappear from the internet, never to be seen again. And people will wonder, was Raelius real? Did he even exist? Well, stay tuned.